Hi Cancer, welcome back to the Divine Dojo. My name is Gabriela and I'm here to do your reading for June 30th through July 6th. I can't even believe it's July. What the fuck? But anyways, happy birthday to those of you celebrating this week. I have a friend celebrating on the 3rd, so I love my little Cancers. So let's start with clearing the energy. So every time I ping it, you can take a nice deep breath in and release it. All right, I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Letting go of negative energy, negative self-talk, and any negative and any self-doubt. Yeah, this week is kind of on the chiller side, but July is going to be definitely retrograde city. Or, you know, it's quite a few retrogrades, but today the moon is in Virgo and is conjuncting Mars. So it's a perfect day for getting the small, tedious, detail-orientated task and or projects that need to be done. It doesn't have to be small, but anything like detail-orientated is good. Tomorrow and Wednesday, the moon moves into Libra, which is trine Uranus in Taurus. So it's those 2 days, the 1st and 2nd, is great for making any adjustments to anything that you've been working on, because the adjustments can create like big changes and big rewards, or breakthroughs in whatever it is you're working on. 4th of July, the moon is in Scorpio. So that gives us, you know, a little bit more depth, more transformational feelings. Also, the Venus will ingress into Gemini that day. So that deep emotional feelings and everything with the moon in Scorpio and Venus going into Gemini will also want to make our relationships, while deep and emotional, also be more intellectual, and it will make our communication definitely more intellectual, and our connections will want more of the intellectual mind thing instead of more of that emotional component that Scorpio moon brings. So think about like mental stimulation, wanting more variety in our lives with Venus entering Gemini, more play, bringing more playful approach to our love and connections as well. And I also like to think of like Venus in Gemini, kind of like of that social, like Venusian butterfly. So social butterfly. Venusian social butterfly. Anyhow, whatever. I'm making shit up as I go. And yeah, is that a thing? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, and then also I think on the 4th, the first retrograde starts as the Neptune retrograde we have Pluto in retrograde, but that's like more of the outer planet. This is kind of Neptune is sort of the outer planet as well. So it affects more the collective, but this one is based in Aries, the Neptune retrograde. So definitely it's about dissolving illusions around our personality, our individual self, our personal identity, our purpose. So anything like we've kind of been not self-sabotaging, but kind of like in self-denial about, will probably come to light during that transit. What else? The 4th and 5th is also the moon in Scorpio is trining the sun in Cancer, which is, you know, a great time, especially after that 4th of July, you know, everybody partying or whatever. It's a good time for comfort, rest, creativity, emotional healing, and self-care. The 6th, the moon We'll finally enter Sagittarius, giving us a little bit more optimism, giving us bigger ideas and creative inspiration and passion. Then Venus in Gemini with that moon in Sagittarians forms a support. The moon in Sagittarius, sorry. It forms like a supportive sextile with Saturn and Neptune. So, sorry, Venus in Gemini forms a supportive sextiles with Saturn and Neptune. So there's that. And then on the 7th, which is technically not what this reading is for, but the Uranus moves into Taurus. It moves from Taurus into Gemini. There's something going on with your energy that I'm all fumbly about. So, you know, it's about clearing the energy of the throat chakra and getting more clarity with your communication. I'm talking to myself. So yeah, Uranus and Taurus moves into Gemini on the 7th. So a lot of Gemini energy. So a lot of mental stimulation coming up. The world is, like I said before in my previous readings, it's going to be fire and air for a long time. So, you know, being a water sign, definitely take heed and rest and relaxation and balance, because the world is going to, like I've said before, just continue to get louder and louder and louder with noise, misinformation, disinformation, AI. You know, we need to be super discerning about like what we're taking in, not only visually, but spiritually, in sound, in mind, in food, all of that. So yeah. All right, yeah, that was, I'm gonna open with one of the archetypes by Kim Kranz. I love this deck. I really, truly do, really, truly, deeply need you. What was that song? I think it was like a boy band or something. Truly, I don't remember. Honestly, deep, whatever. The Mask. That's not the card we want for right now. All right, Spirit, so let's get this party started for Cancer Collective for the week of June 30th through July 6th. What do you want to tell them? Please let me be a clear communicator and guide for their best and highest good. The village. It takes a village. Not only just, you know, to raise children, but just, you know, for ourselves to be happy, healthy. You know, we need community. We need a village. We need to have our soul family, our soul tribe, right? So, and mountains always remind me of like, not hardship, but like, you know, challenges, I guess I should call it. Like, you know, there's always challenges in life. So we need a village. We need support. We need help, our helpers, right? So I like that. We're going to read that at the end. All right, Spirit, what do you have to tell Cancer for the week of June 30th through July 6th for their best and highest and good? This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Take those. Wow. Wow. All right, so we got the Page of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. The Tower. Beautiful. So yeah, I think after with the Page of Wands and like the Four of Wands and then the Eight of Cups, there's definitely been lack of like super clear direction, right? Of like which way to head. And maybe this week something's going to happen with giving you a little bit more clarity, because there is like 2 cards of celebration here, right? With the 4 of Wands and then the 3 of Cups. And what is the 4 of Wands? You know, like the 3 Cups, what I was talking about, the 3 Cups is about like the community, the village, you know, collaboration, partnerships. But there is a tower. There's the tower here, and after the tower, there's a time for, you know, to celebrate, because you're definitely after some sort of like lack of not having clarity or whatever, and you finally get some harmony and peace and joy, and then you know you're moving on from whatever this was. Because you're not trying one more time, you're actually moving on, and you're making a decision. Or if you know you want to try it one more time, the tower is going to be here no matter what. So the tower is here to make you make the correct decision, and I think you're going to make the correct decision because you have the 3 of Cups, which is like celebration, and like I said, community, collaboration, partnerships, and you know you have support basically. I'm sorry, there's something in my eye. And then there's the Magician. So the Magician has everything he or she needs to move forward in whatever it is that they want to move forward in. So, and it's about action and creation and starting something new after this tower moment happens, right? And it doesn't look like a shocking tower moment. I think you've been expecting it. It's just, it's finally happening and you're like, all right, you know, and then there's relief and there's celebration and you have support and you have community and you have happiness, and then, you know, then you can move on from it. I love it. What's this tower about? This one came kind of wonky sideways, but I'm going to take it on the upright. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, after, you know, the tower, you have the Magician, and like the Magician has everything. He has the wand, he has the pentacle, he has the cup, he has the sword, and he also has his like well, I guess his like crystal wand. I like to think of it like as a selenite wand, you know, in his hand. And then you get this new opportunity, new project, new inspiration, like an urge to create. This is perfect for you guys, especially right now, and like that 4th of July, especially any of you celebrating your birthday this week. And maybe that's what it's about for some of you, you know, obviously for those who are celebrating. Yeah, and it's like potential new beginnings, new opportunities, growth after this tower moment. But like I said, I don't think it's a shocking one. I think you've been expecting it and you are supported and you're going to be fine. So I love it. I think that's all I'm going to do. Is there anything else that you want to? This might be a short one for you, Cancer, this week. No, move on. Yeah, move on. All right. Sweet. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Any other messages from Cancer for this week? Bum, 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 bum. I like this. This is great. Milk and honey, one of the best cards in this deck. It's that sweetness, it's that time. This is like when everything is just, after this tower moment happens, you know, that it looks like you've been expecting and you've been waiting for, and you've known it's coming, or it's finally finalized or whatever, right? It's like the sweetness of life returns, you know, your passion, your creativity, your new beginning, you know. This is just like, everything's good. It's like the sweetness of life. It's like we have everything we need. And it's like the sweetness of life. It's the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the sweetness of life. It's the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everything we need. And it's like the, it's like we have everyth to go and create, and we're good. We're gonna be fine, even though this tower happened. So I love that. This message is pretty fucking clear. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. Actually, I'm gonna do a shaman's oracle deck, just for shits and giggles, because I like to. Because I like it. Listen, it's my channel, and I'll do what I want. Right? Right. Love it. What final messages do you have for Cancer? The heart of the sky. It's so funny how these cards are like, got the similar vibe. You are the heart of the sky. You are the magician. So go out there and this week and enjoy yourselves. You're going to be fine. After this tower already happened, you're fine. You're moving on. You are supported, and you have everything you need to move forward in this new direction with your new passions, your new projects, and enjoy this sweet time that you have of newness, basically. One last message. I really love this, Cancer. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe. I really love to know what this is about. Especially comment. Well, I don't know if I want to take this compromise, but you know, maybe in like the community setting and the support or whatever, you know, maybe if this is about like a dissolvement of like a partnership, then you know, maybe there will be some compromises, but you're gonna be fine, you know. It's totally up to you. It's gonna be fine. One last message from this deck. Wait. Why do I thought I saw like no. But we're not gonna use, oh yeah, here it is. I'm gonna flip in there. Thank you. You're ready. Yes, you are. You are absolutely ready for this new opportunity, new life, new whatever, new passion, new project, new life, new creativity, new, you know, whatever it is for you. You're the magician. You get to decide. So I love this. Great, 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 great. I'm gonna pull a angel number card, and then we'll call it a day. This is fucking fabulous. Because I know the last couple of like weeks it's been heavy, so maybe the decision's finally it's being made, or you know, it's happened or whatever. 1001. It says spiritual awakening. You're entering a new phase in your spiritual journey. While it might feel like a dark night of the soul, usually does, know that this is part of your awakening. You're on the right path to enlightenment. And this challenging period will soon pass. Trust that in the process of growth and trust in the process of growth and transformation. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love this. The village. So it says the village, the hometown, the family, the tribe. The village presents us with a conundrum. On one hand, it's the place that feels most like home, the place to which you can always return. Nostalgia and comfort draw us back. On the other hand, it's the very place you must leave in order to grow. Around the village, an unspoken boundary exists, one most villagers do not want you to cross. Though some support your leaving, still you hear whispers of doubt as you venture beyond its borders, leaving them behind. The energy of the village is present anytime we feel restricted by certain group, community, family, place, or ideology. It may have served us in the past, yet staying within its parameters will never satiate our thirst for life. thank the village for all it has provided, knowing you will someday return, for now the world awaits. So I can take that. I appreciate what that's saying, but for you, for some reason, I'm feeling like the village is more about coming back to your people, your community, and yeah, and maybe it's about like having support of the village, but maybe from afar, maybe you are making a change. Maybe after this tower, maybe you're moving on, you know, like you have the support, but you don't need to stay in the same situation that you've been. So, yeah. Please do let me know what's going on. I love it. I'd love to hear from you. And I do wish you a wonderful week, and happy birthday to those of you who are celebrating this week. Love you all so much.